Wimpy, how you feeling?
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Coming up next, the Grizzlies taking on the Pelicans. For Memphis, hard work pays off with the best record in the NBA, and they're determined to hold that top spot. Pelicans, Grizzlies, tip-off coming right up. Hello and welcome. We're ready to get the week off to a great start. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson. We'll be hearing from Allie LaForce from the sideline. Here's a look at what's coming up for the New Orleans Pelicans. On Wednesday, they head back home to host the Washington Wizards. Then on Thursday, they head out on the road to face the Golden State Warriors.
And for their matchup with the Nuggets, it's the second game of a back-to-back, so you know there'll be some heavy legs out there. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes its toll on your body.
And checking out the New Orleans opening lineup. Ingram is the 3, with Zion playing the 4. Murray out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Garuba in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Grizzlies, we've got Mikal Bridges. He's out there with Pascal Siakam. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Well, how good does it feel to be one of the more elite teams at this point of the season, Brent?
Well, B.A., you just know you have an opportunity, and you don't want to do anything to take you off that path to possibly winning a championship. So staying locked in, enjoying it to some degree, but really understanding that this opportunity is hard to come by, and let's go after it.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
Murray looking around. Down low. And here's Ingram from the arc. Drains the triple.
Well, Ingram just letting it rip right now on the offensive end.
Siakam against Williamson. Outside Morant. And one thing that Morant has always been elite at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of, so once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
And as it goes out of bounds, New Orleans will keep possession. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
just over a minute played here to start the game. And it's New Orleans ball. Shot clock at 3. And a deep 3 from Russell. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with them in recent. I asked Coach how they plan to run DeJounte Murray tonight, and he told me we have to match his energy on both ends of the court. DeJounte is a player who can create something out of nothing with the intensity that he plays with. We can expect to see a lot of hustle on the court tonight, B.A.
Appreciate the report, Allie. They get the rebound. Garuba, no good.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
And he lobs it. And Fox powers it home.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Bridges against Ingram. Pass to Garuba. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram.
He has the right partner, Ingram, creating the offense in the pick and roll, and that's a nice read.
Up top, Siakam. Over to the wing. A hand on it. Williamson outside. Pass to Garuba. Now Ingram. Williamson outside. Here's Garuba. 4-3. And Morant clears the board.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
There's a screen for 3. Bridges knocks down the triple.
Shooting 4 or 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Pelicans trail by 6. Russell pass to Murray. Now here's Ingram. He's guarded by Bridges. Back to Garuba. Oh, it's blocked by Fox. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And while we have a moment, let's recognize a player who has been working hard lately. Your Western Conference Player of the Week.
As of late, he has been an absolute menace on the defensive end of the floor, causing all kinds of trouble for opposing offenses and making it really tough for the other team to find buckets.
Now here's Russell. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Garuba. Pass to Murray. There's a screen from Garuba. And the Pelicans miss again. Memphis leading by 6. Siakam, pass to Grimes. Some solid defense from Ingram. New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Murray from outside. Rebounded by Fox. And Fox has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. And there's the lob. And it's Fox with the jam.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yeah, one of the prettiest in basketball. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. These point guards have been great over the past month passing the ball. Ja Morant on top.
And when you're a point guard, you always want to be in this position, leading the league in assists. You just know his teammates love playing with him.
And here's Ingram outside. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
They expect Brandon Ingram to give them a constant inside-outside threat. He's got to go ahead from the three-point line whenever he wants it.
Now here's Morant. His last outing, he had 18 points. Siakam outside. 5 to shoot. Fox with a screen on Ingram. Three-pointer, Bridges. They grab their own miss. No good there. Pelicans trail by 5. Pass to Garuba. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Garuba's got 5 points.
Well, he's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instincts just showing off from Russell there.
Fox with a screen on Russell. From deep, Morant. Garuba with a rebound.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
With the floater. Rebounded by Fox. Fox has got his 5th rebound in this one. Ball stolen. Here's Garuba. He's covered by Fox. Back to Garuba. Fires from deep. Memphis with a rebound. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Minnesota.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
Siakam for 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And just so accurate off the pass. I mean, I love whenever Siakam decides to go right up with it like that.
Pelicans trail by 5. Outside Murray. Spins. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Murray is a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
Fontecchio's checked in for Grimes. And the Pelicans also making a change. Van Vliet's checked in for Russell. Now here's Fontecchio. Here's Siakam. Fox with the ball. Garuba on it. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. 6 to shoot. Siakam outside. Out to Bridges. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Ingram.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Murray passes to Van Vliet. Here's Williamson. He's covered by Fox. Fader on the way. That's good from Williamson on the assist from Van Vliet.
Surely a finesse shot there, Zion, with good hands on the mid-range.
Moran against Van Vliet. And Morant good for 3. Morant's got 7.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that play. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Ingram. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Celtics in Boston. Garuba, high post. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. Murray, no good.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Pass to Bridges. Beyond the arc. They get it back. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
What a quarter right here, establishing some confidence. 4 of 5 shooting the ball.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Garuba. He's got 5. Yep, that one's good. 7 points in the game. Memphis leading by 4. Outside Moran. And the officials will call the illegal screen here. Let's see the stat sheet here for Brandon Ingram.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
Whitehead, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. Now here's Van Vliet. No points yet. Williamson, right side. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Pass to Garuba. Oh, and Fox with the block. And he's able to get it back. Murray passes to Garuba. Here's Fox. And Fox powers it home. And that's a double-double for him now.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. He likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Here's Murray. Oh, it's blocked by Fox. Williamson for 3. Rebounded by Fox. And Fox has got the ball here for Memphis. 6-point lead. A chance here to catch up with Alley from the sideline. He had 16 in the win against Minnesota.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Memphis.
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
Well, they've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break will add to your total in a hurry.
Here's Whitehead. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Celtics in Boston. They set a pick. And again, New Orleans no good. Memphis leading by 8. Fox, the pass to Morant. Out to Fox. Montecchio outside. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Morant. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Morant's got 10 points in the game.
I just love the ball movement.
Van Vliet scanning the floor. To the inside. Van Vliet on the wing. Shoots over Morant. And the basket by Van Vliet. Here's Morant. 10 points for him. 34 seconds left in the opening quarter. To the paint. It's picked off. Van Vliet with it. Guarded by Morant. Ingram, pass to Whitehead. And he's going for the lob. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Out to Bridges. Got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be right back with you shortly. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Memphis.
Well, it's simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some bigs.
They've got Ja Morant and its cousins in at the small forward position. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Here's Misi over Fox. Pass to Thor. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
Outside Morant. Tough point from John.
And tearing them to shreds tonight. You know, when a player as versatile as Morant starts going on, look out.
Here's Misi. Here's Thor. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. And there's a pick. Here's Grimes. Offensive rebound. Outside for Morant. Can throw it down.
And you know you're always going to see some highlights when Morant is on the court. I mean, he loves to use that incredible 44-inch vertical.
Here's Nix. Pounded by Morant. Ooh, a nice shot by Nix. Nix has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Morant pass to Fox. Cousins with it. Outside Morant. Inside. Here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
Pass to Thor. Now Ingram. And here in the second quarter of action, Just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Thor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the three. Whitehead can't get it to go.
Part of why they have this lead, they're doing the little things out there.
Cousins finds Fox. Left side Moran. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Coming into this, having notched a win against Boston in their last game.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
Yeah, I saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
The shot by Ingram, no good. Grizzlies lead by 6. Siakam, pass to Fox. And Fox with the jam.
And we talk about Siakam's versatility. Well, there it is. Nice pass.
One thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Now, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better. Started out strong from three-point land, hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since. Man, what focus. I mean, the hoop and the harm. Incredible.
Some changes for New Orleans. DeJounte Murray comes in for Whitehead, and D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Knicks. Memphis shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Siakam, and it's Thor with a rebound. Pelicans trail by 11. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Ingram. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
That's Morant missing. And so Murray will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Last time they met was in New Orleans.
It seemed like they were forcing shots, and the shooting percentage reflected that.
Now, also, anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
And the Grizzlies with possession. Oh, Morant!
Yeah, teams try to get physical with Morant, but he shows exceptional body control off the contact.
Memphis shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. Free throw drops for Morant. Well, Brent, you've won championships, but you've also been on some bad teams. What's that experience like?
Well, very kind of you to remind me of that, although the therapy has paid off, so I'm doing just fine. When you are experiencing seasons that aren't going as successful as the team would like it to go, there's a point of pride in the game in the way that you approach it. You can't separate yourself from your teammates. You got to dig in and show that you have the mettle to go out there and still compete.
Now here's Morant. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. From deep. Rebounded by New Orleans. Pass to Murray. Rebounded by Fox.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Russell finds Murray. Here's Misi. He's covered by Fox. Outside Murray. Throws it.
Murray with a great job of the draw and dish.
Here's Morant. 19 points in the game. To the middle. And out of bounds. New Orleans will have it. And we have a chance to take a look at the teams that are wreaking havoc with their defense this past month. Memphis, number 1.
Over the last month, this team has shown strides defensively. The effort level has been much improved.
Edey's checked in for Memphis. Zion Williamson is checked in for the Pelicans. Whitehead comes in for Ingram. Williamson with a screen on Morant. so he'll take 2 free throws. It'll be on Zion Williamson. Memphis shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And he can't get the first one. Bridges, he's checked in for Cousins. Good on the second one. And here's Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Celtics in Boston. Pass to Messi. Williamson with it. Outside Murray. Shot clock at 6. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. What's something you've seen from Murray's time in San Antonio?
Well, there's been no stoppage, BA, of the type of work that DeJounte Murray puts in. Now, he's had to learn a new system, but he's adapted to that, and he continues to play both ends of the floor to make an impact.
Memphis making a switch here. Fontecchio's checked in.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Here's Messi. After the basket by Memphis on the other end. Bridges against Murray. Here's Messi. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. Here's Morant. And it's Memphis with another.
And Morant can really fill it up, especially from these in-between areas.
Pelicans trail by 15. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing young players and getting kids active. Yeah.
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks. And here's New Orleans now. After the basket by Memphis on the other end. The shot by Messi, no good. Grizzlies lead by 17. Pass to Morant. Back to Fox. Outside for Morant. Offensive rebound. Edey, that's good.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Pelicans trail by 19. They kick it out to Murray. Now Russell, pounded by Morant. Russell against Morant. Pass to Williamson. Over Edey. Got a piece of it. Here's Fox. Brown. Williamson against Morant. Deflects the pass. Oh, Fox with a steal. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. And he's going for the oop here. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Fox. So both teams changing it up here. And Russell's got the ball here for the Pelicans. Trailing by 19. Here's Garuba. There's the block. Out of bounds. Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. A clear look for Murray. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Murray's got 8. Grizzlies lead by 17. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Grizzlies. Continued to rack up points in that quarter. His total for the night to 23. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long road back for the New Orleans Pelicans.
When you have fewer possessions than your opponent, your chances decrease. They have to find a way to rebound in the second half.
SOF, capital T, soft. I get mad watching them play.
And let's move on to the race for Rookie of the Year. A lot of young talent in the league this season.
Acclimating to the league is not that easy. These guys are already accepting the challenges and the rigors of the NBA, and they're crushing it. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which rookie might take even another step and separate himself from the pack. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Memphis shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. So for New Orleans right now, Ingram is the three, with Zion playing the four. D'Angelo Russell is out there with DeJounte Murray, and it's Garuba in at the center position. Pelicans trail by 15. Outside Russell. Here's Ingram. It is good. Off the back rim and in. Ingram's got his third basket of the night.
That jumper right there, pretty pure from B.I. Sized up the D and just took it.
To the paint. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And New Orleans shooting just 35% for the floor. Russell to pass to Murray. There's a screen from Garuba. 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Fox. Grizzlies lead by 15. Fox with the jam. Absolutely, even smooth when he's powered at home like that. Now here's Williamson. Phenomenal stats on a consistent basis. Puts up over 24 points a game. Shot from the wing. The shot by Ingram, no good. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 3 in the second half. Here's Morant. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
The boundless athleticism Morant has is really special. He's someone that is always in attack mode.
And so he hits both. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Russell deciding where to go with it. Here's Ingram. No good. A bit long that time.
Well, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
To shoots again. Fox the pass to Bridges. Fox with a screen on Russell. Clock at 6. Oh, deflected. Another shot. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Here's Grimes. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
Now Russell. He's scoreless. Pass to Garuba. Outside Murray. Back to Garuba. And he stays with it.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And again, it's Memphis missing. And so it's Ingram with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. 17-point game. 10 feet away. Garuba passes to Williamson. Oh, look at Zion. So solid inside.
Inside Zion, just a monster. He could go over or through opposition.
Now here's Morant. He's got 27. And it's Fox with the jam.
And few players can be that accurate with a pass from that distance.
And then that authoritative with the finish.
That is true.
Now here's Ingram. Trailing by 17. Down low. Garuba. And that one is stuffed right through.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Morant against Russell. Morant, the pass to Fox. Back to Morant. Takes a three. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. Fox has got his 5th assist in this one.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Now here's Ingram. Give him 8. Russell with the ball. Guarded by Morant. Here's Ingram. Memphis with a rebound.
There are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way. But maybe we can help them out trying to win this game.
Come on. If you're going to go for the crazy dunk, you better finish it.
Murray finds Russell. Ingram with the ball. Oh, some solid defense from Fox.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. Outside Ingram. Murray with it. He's got 14. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Murray's got 16 points now.
Defensively, you're trying to prevent DeJounte from getting to the rim, or he can counter. That mid-range becomes deadly.
And that one's good. Murray. And the Grizzlies lead by 20.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Garuba passes to Russell. Here's Garuba. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Ingram from the arc. Rebounded by Fox.
And his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find the rhythm?
Fox with a screen on Russell. Morant, the pass to Fox. Crafty move. Misses from short range. Pelicans trail by 20. Pass to Russell. Here's Garuba. And here's Ingram. He's guarded by Bridges. Bridges against Ingram. Nice D from Bridges.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set where they're allowing him to settle in.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Now here's Ingram. Give him 8. And the shot goes in. Ingram's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And gotta love the long, long arms of Brandon Ingram.
And Brandon Ingram was the key piece of the Anthony Davis trade. That move changed his career, Brent.
No doubt about it. D.I. won the most improved player of the year in his first season away from the Lakers. So sometimes that change of scenery can open up opportunity and get you a chance to show your excellence.
Now here's Murray. 16 points for him. Back to Garuba. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And a closer look Noel. Over Russell. Noel, no good.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
We've got Mikal Bridges, and it's Noel in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. So many players in the league have their own podcast. Would you have had one during your career, Brent?
I think so, B.A. I think it would have been a lot of fun. I mean, how cool is it to connect to your favorite players or hear stories from guys as the season is going along, but then to have these guys.
And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to the replay.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Six to shoot. Fox, and it's Thor with a rebound. Thor's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Murray. Rebounded by Fox.
Better than giving up the layup, you want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Up top, Noel. Second chance effort. It's not in by New Orleans. Murray's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. Thor, the pass to Russell. Oh, there's the alley. The shot by Misi, no good.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
And you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Grimes, he's checked in for Memphis. Morant comes in for Noel. Here's Grimes, defended by Murray. Fox with a screen on Murray. Here's Grimes. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Now here's Murray. The D's right on him. Rebounded by Fox. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Pass to Bridges. And he lobs it up. And it's Fox with the jam.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. Outside Murray. That's good. Murray's got 22.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Fox with a screen on Russell. Inside. Tries again. Here's Fox. And another shot. And out of bounds, the Pelicans will take it. Matase's checked in for Memphis. So it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And we'll see you next time.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow. No excuses tonight, because I know you didn't go out last night. These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
There's a lot of excited basketball fans revved up and ready to get going. Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Hurley. With me, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. As always, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge joining us from the sidelines. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at Memphis. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, there's the Jazz. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And you know, for the Jazz, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
And you have to wonder if this roster can get to that next level. They have talent, but if it doesn't come together, they might have to shake it up.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Fox is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's John Morant. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard. And for the Jazz, they've got Filipowski. Williams is out there with George. And it's Jenkins in at the power forward. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now here's Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Takes it off the glass.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Outside, George to the wing on the left. Pass to Filipowski. Crawford with the ball. Guarded by Morant. And here's George for 3. That shot missing. Here's Siakam. It's tipped, and they get it there. Here's Morant. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you the 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Crawford. Turned in outstanding game against Denver. Brings it up and in on a nice reverse.
Ball control, body control, and a nice touch. All the ingredients you need for a smooth reverse.
Morant surveying the D. Bridges, no one around him. No good on the three.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Jenkins the pass to George. Williams dishes to George. The Jazz working the ball around now. To the right wing. Here's Filipowski from outside off the mark. Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Fox kicks to Siakam. Fox finds Morant. Back to Fox. Fox with the jam.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. They set the pick. Pass to Filipowski. To the middle. With the dunk.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Morant against Crawford. Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. Fox a screen on George. Here's Grimes. Here's Fox. Filipowski grabs the ball. Utah has gone 0-2 from deep here. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
There's Crawford with the three. Morant with some nice D. Now let's send it over to the decorated David Aldridge. He was able to talk to Will Hardy.
Now, we both had the same topic, Mikal Bridges, and the impact he can have on a game. Coach told me he's someone we've talked about for sure. We can't let him out-hustle us. That's when he does the most damage. We'll see if they can match Bridges' energy. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Bridges shot. Good.
Drilling it from that coffin corner. Bridges wants that shot and searches it out.
Outside Williams. Pass to Jenkins. A three ball. Hits it from three-point range.
Well, we come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain triple nuts and I'm coming for my revenge.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at the Hornets, they couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And looking at Memphis, they've fulfilled expectations and then some. Riding high, down the back nine now, looking invincible.
And here's Crawford, following John Morant's three. Here's George. It's rebounded by Memphis. Fox has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Grimes. Another shot back to Morant. Pass to Bridges. Lets it go with the three. Filipowski grabs the ball. Jazz trail by 5. Outside, George. Morant against Crawford. And here is Jenkins. And the Jazz, another three.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger. And we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And they backed it up with
with their play, got production from everyone, and they were able to walk the walk on the offensive end.
And here's Crawford following John Morant's three. Pass to Filipowski. They set the screen. Here's Jenkins. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Siakam.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the rim.
In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Grizzlies.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Bridges for three. Filipowski grabs the board.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
And stolen by Siakam. Outside, Fox. Morant against Crawford. Pass to Grimes. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Kicks it out to Siakam. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Jazz trail by 3. Here's Crawford. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Pass to Jenkins. The shot, no good. Good D by Siakam. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Memphis shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw good, Fox. Now here we are, Greg, in the second half of the season. What do you think playoff-bound teams are focusing on right now?
I would say just making sure they keep the momentum heading into the postseason, as well as do everything possible to try to stay healthy.
The Jazz making a switch here. Sensabaugh is checked in. Here's Sensabaugh. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Outside, George. His 3 pointers off the mark.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Now, here's Bridges. He had 13 points in the win against New Orleans. Fires the 3. Rebound, Utah.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
The Jazz working the ball around now. Pass to Markkanen. Fires for 3. And it's Fox with the rebound. Fox has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Grimes passes to Fox. Here's Bridges. To the paint. Now, here's Fox. Not a lot of room. It's rebounded by Jenkins. Jenkins got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Filipowski. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
That's Fox with the jam.
What pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
George dishes to Jenkins. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A moment to check out John Morant here. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. And he's an absolutely devastating offensive weapon. Number 2 in the league in scoring.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. Wennington, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Fontecchio's coming in for Mikal Bridges. By Grimes, no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Offside Markkanen. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Hendricks. Here's Jenkins. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot. And the Grizzlies with possession here. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Well, they coasted to the win, and now were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And if they can keep that same physicality, you have to think they'll be in a good position to grab another win here.
Here's Morant against New Orleans, who is really on his game. Five to shoot. Inside, here's Fox. And it's Fox slamming it down.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Pass to Hendricks. Markkanen looking it over. Crawford with the ball. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Fox has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lauri Markkanen.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Curry's checked in for Jenkins. Here's Sensible. Good on the three-point shot.
Nice pass by Markkanen. Knows it's better to give it up than force his own shot.
Fox is screen on Crawford. At the floater. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Remington passes to Morant. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in. Morant's got 10.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Crawford passes to Markkanen. Here's Hendricks. Fires from deep. And it's Fox with the rebound. Fox has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Morant. With the second effort. And he sinks the layup. 12 points for him.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And here's Markkanen. Another guy who really kicked it up a notch for them in that Nuggets game. Here's the screen. Sinks the triple.
That is just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
They've got Markkanen and Hendricks in at the 4. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against New Orleans lit up the floor. He finished with 30 points and, as always, was at the defensive end as well. He blocked a lot of shots. He ended up with a stat line he's no doubt proud of, and I'm sure he wants to replicate it again. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
So it's the Jazz now, following John Morant's 3. And now look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Thursday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Boston Celtics. And then on Friday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, chipping off the homestand for them.
And looking at the Rockets matchup, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most will feel has the edge.
Greg, we know about the Eurostep, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Now here's Morant. Siakam outside. The three-pointer, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice.
And that one drops.
And you gotta like the vision for marketing. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Morant against Crawford. And that one's good. Morant's got the lead up to 5 now for the Grizzlies. Jazz have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Crawford dishes to Markkanen. Back to Crawford. The Jazz working the ball around now. Curry can't get it to go. Memphis leading by 5. Here's Fox. Pass to Morant. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Siakam off the pick from Fox. Lock at 6. Curry is a nice feed. And so Crawford will bring it up for Utah. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, we saw him do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
Here's Bridges. After the made shot from Lowry Markkanen. Fox with the screen for Bridges. Driving in. Oh, look out! Look out!
That's how you finish. That is the kind of stuff you only see in video games. Come on, McKill.
Here's Crawford. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Crawford's got 6 points.
Oh, just a beautiful textbook bounce pass. You love to see it.
Morant with it. He's got 17. Pass to Fox. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. And he makes the first. He doesn't get the second one. Jazz trail by 4. Markkanen with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Markkanen kicks to Jenkins. Throws it from outside. 15 points in the game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now. Getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And that one's good. Morant.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams. And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball, and that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
Now here's Markkanen. He has 5. Here's Jenkins. And it's denied by Fox.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Offensive rebound. Goes up again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming out.
Yeah, easy call.
So far tonight he's gone 4 of 6 at the line. First free throw is good. And Utah making a change here. Sensabaugh is checked in. Fox hits them both. Jazz trail by 5. Pass to Hendricks. Outside, Markkanen. Now Jenkins. Williams takes to Markkanen. Now Jenkins. Guarded by Fox. Jenkins can't get it to go.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake. He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Now here's Morant. 19 points in the game. Morant off a pick from Fox. Morant drives in. A putback. Morant on the follow. Morant's got the lead up to 7 now for the Grizzlies.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Morant against Williams. Pass to Jenkins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hendricks. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Morant. The shot will not fall. Excellent D there from Williams. Jazz trail by 5. Here's Jenkins. And the layup's good off the glass. Jenkins got 5 points in the quarter.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Morant against Williams. Williams with the defensive effort. Utah's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Pass to Jenkins. The Jazz working the ball around now. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket for Markkanen.
Look, you got to keep Markkanen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block and imposes his will.
Scooped up. Gets it out to Siakam. To the inside. Now, here's Fox. Tight defense on him. And it's Fox with the jam.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Keontae George, he's checked in for the Jazz. Then for the Grizzlies, Edey comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Bridges. Here's Jenkins. He's coming off a 16-point game against Denver.
And he was also went to town on the glass and posed his will, chasing down misses all game long.
Now, here is George. 6 to shoot. Williams with the ball. Guarded by Fox.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Here's Morant. 1 point in the game.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now, here's George. Oh, he's gone up for the alley-oop here. And Jenkins throws it down.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Here's Morant. And get away with his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. Here's Jenkins. And Jenkins throws it down.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg. Everybody on that team. Oh, my goodness, the slam.
Oh, wow. Okay, jaw turning, hit loose. Someone throw that man some water.
Pass to Jenkins. Edey with the rebound. Memphis leading. Over in the corner, Cousins. Fox passes to Morant. Fox a screen on George. The 3 from Morant. They grab their own miss. And Fox is right there. And now a 3-point Grizzly lead.
And folks, he did not look into that one. He was just where he wanted to be to grab that back.
Williams. It's rebounded by Memphis. assist by Markkinen. Markkinen's got his 5th assist in this one. That's Fox with the jam.
Sharing the rock. Part of what makes John Morant such a fantastic player is his ability to pass.
Back to George. Outside, Markkinen. Baseline J on the way. That one doesn't drop.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Morant left side. Shoots over Jenkins. And rebounds again.
Collecting yet another ball.
He's been everywhere. Just sensational.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
George passes to Jenkins. Back to George. Shoots the 3. And it's Fox with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Inside, Hendricks passes to Williams. Nice ball movement by Utah. Morant against George. Pass to Jenkins. The shot's good on the assist by George. Jenkins got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Utah. Fires from way outside. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach that time. Memphis out in front, up by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Hello, everybody. So far, a fairly even game for the Memphis Grizzlies through the first 2 quarters.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion come from inside. They're going right at the defense.
I like the aggressiveness. Don't lose steam in the second half.
Taking a closer look at the first half matchups, these two guys have led the way for their teams.
These two guys we thought they'd bring in tonight, it has been brought, playing with no fear.
Can't forget about your teammates, though. Got to keep them involved, too.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Utah trailing here. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Mikal Bridges out there with Pascal Siakam. And it's Fox. Then it's Morant. And it's Grimes in at the 2.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Fox is screen on Crawford. Morant against Crawford. Lobbed up there for Fox. An emphatic LU jam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Pass to Crawford. It's over Morant. Here's Filipowski. And it's denied by Fox. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Morant passes to Fox. Lays it up off the glass. 30 points for Jay.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
The Jazz shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. And there's George for 3. A shot missing. And so here's Memphis. A 2-point game. Crafty move. Here's Fox. Tries again. Grabs the rebound again.
Rebound after rebound after rebound.
Oh, G.A. he is crashing the glass with energy. I love it. And it's denied by Fox. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Fox. Fakes to Williams. Jacks up a three. Good on the triple. Williams has got 8 points.
Those are starting to add up, guys. Their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Morant outside. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Nice D from Crawford. Utah leading. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Second half of play, with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Good footwork, good awareness, nice defense from Bridges.
To the middle. Here's Siakam. Rebounded by the Jazz. Jenkins got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Utah shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And the technical free throw is good. No good on the shot. Good D by Siakam. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
Fox with the screen from Morant. And the 3-ball is good. Morant's got 26 points.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Off to Filipowski. In the corner, it's Crawford. 6 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get off the shot here. Shots good by Jenkins.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Crawford against Morant. Bridges outside. Out to the wing. There's a good screen. Grimes passes to Fox. Here's Morant. He takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Morant's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies. Pass to Jenkins. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. On the inbound, that is good, and the Memphis lead's cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Hendricks.
Nice execution on the inbound. Just how you want to draw it up.
Morant against Crawford. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
So good at staying in attack mode. When Morant is going at defenses, he forces them to foul him.
And he sinks the second. 36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Williams scanning the floor. Pass to Sensible. Clock at 6. Fires from way outside. And it's Fox with the rebound. Now Morant. Now here's Cousins. Launches a 3. No good. Shot missing. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. We've got Williams, and it's Markkanen in at the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah. And then Morant slams it in.
I don't know, but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes.
Williams kicks to James. Outside, Markkanen. Here's Hendricks, covered by Siakam. Morant against Williams. 3-pointer. And it's rebounded by Morant. Morant's got his 4th rebound in his last one here tonight.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game.
Greg, that is definitely his emphasis, Jim. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even question mark. Sends the ball, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Fox finds Morant. Fox is screen on Williams. Morant passes to Fox. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Left train. Knocks down the 3-ball. And it's a 12-point Grizzly lead.
A capable shooter from all 3 levels, and Bridges with the smooth release.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Quentin Grimes is checked in for Memphis. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, now during that break, Will Hardy with some good words for his team, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. See if those words work, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Williams against Morant. To stop the run. It's rebounded by Memphis. Driving to the basket. Got a hand on it. Outside Williams. To the paint. Here's Jenkins. To the right side. Here's Hendricks. And he's good on the 3-ball.
All those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half. And that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Fox is screen on Williams. A pass to Fox. And it's stolen by Jenkins. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Markkanen, guarded by Fox. Markkanen can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. They'll shoot 2 free throws. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Ooh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. And it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
And also, guys, how about the hustle we've seen on the board? They're getting after it and cashing in on second chance scoring opportunities.
It's Williams, high post. Siakam's there. Williams passes to Markkanen. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Fox with the rebound.
One made 3 form for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Siakam kicks to Morant. Morant's off a pick from Fox. To the inside. Morant outside. And again, Memphis no good. Jazz trail by 10. Down low. Utah moving it around. Here's Sensible. Pass to Jenkins. Good D by Siakam.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Fox passes to Morant. Fox with the screen for Morant. Goes up on the wing. Utah with the rebound. Jenkins got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Markkanen in the corner. Misses the three. And so Fox will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Pass to Morant. Fox a screen on Williams. Morant with a wide open look. Out to Bridges. Second chance shot. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And so determined, Bridges finds a way to get the shot up and in. Now to the line.
And the Jazz making a change here. Jazz trail by 13. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Crawford. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Oh, he had him spinning. It looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Williams against Bridges. To the paint. Here's Fox. Crawford with the rebound. Utah has gone into a fight from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Inside. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. And Utah making a change here. Sensabaugh is checked in to the middle. Grimes passes to Fox. Fox with the screen from Morant over Crawford. And again, Memphis no good.
Whatever rhythm he had last quarter, it has left his body. He is having a hard time finding buckets.
And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball.
Well, Bridges isn't the biggest guy, but he is a fighter.
First free throw is good. Jenkins, he's checked in for Utah. He hits both from the strike.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Jazz trail by 11. And here's George. Pass to Crawford. Into the lane. And the rejection by Morant.
Bringing it on D. Morant with the swat.
First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household name.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets. They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Love the way Bridges moves that ball around. Always comes out of his hands crisp, on time, and on target.
Pass to Sensabaugh. And here is Jenkins. Here's Filipowski. Lets it go from deep. Unable to get that one.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Now, here's Bridges.
Screen coming.
Now, Siakam. Taps in the tray. Siakam's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
Here's Filipowski. Up and in on the way.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
Morant off a pick from Fox. Lobbed up there for Fox. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Crawford kicks to George. Back to Crawford. To the paint. Nice ball movement by Utah. Filipowski bangs home the trifecta.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Crawford against Morant. Inside, here's Fox. Fox with the jam.
Dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. Crawford against Morant. Pass to Sensible. Jenkins with it. Crawford outside. He can't get it to go.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Grimes passes to Morant. Filipowski. He grabs the board. Filipowski's got his 7th rebound here tonight. On the wing, basket good.
And he's been much more assertive here in the second half, getting to his spots, executing with ease.
Crawford against Morant. Fox a screen on Crawford. Morant against Crawford. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist by Morant. Fox has got 39.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And Utah making a change here. Williams is checked in. Utah with the ball. Trailing by 17.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Williams with the steal. And the first one drops. And Williams drops them both. Crawford with the steal. Williams kicks to George. Pass to Jenkins. The three. And it's Fox with the rebound.
Nothing is going his way in this half offensively. Really having a hard time finding his shot.
Fox with the screen for Bridges. Down low. Williams with the block. It's Crawford on the wing. Defended by Bridges. Crawford, no luck. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Morant outside. Morant off a pick from Fox. There's the three. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Grizzlies.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the floor of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jay.
He limited the opposing offense's impact as well with some superb defense, finding lots of chances to knock away shots.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Here's another rebound.
Rebound after rebound.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.
Love game time, bring the pain time.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Hillo.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
A look at the West All-Stars starting group. Edwards is out there at Booker, and it's Fox. Then there's Williamson, and it's Williams at the 3 spot.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with the East All-Stars head coach. His team's focus is trying to slow down Devin Booker. He said the thing with Devin is that he's not just an ISO scorer, but run a lot of actions for him. So we have to do our best to chase him around, and the rotations have to be on point. It's going to take all 5 guys to try and stop him. Guys?
Thank you, David. Halliburton finds Cunningham. Good ball movement here by the East. And Halliburton missing.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor. Not the start they were looking for here.
Booker the pass to Fox. The rebound by Halliburton. Fox dishes to Edwards. Back to Fox. Williamson outside. 6 to shoot. Over Giannis. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And just a little more defense in this game than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, and I like to see that, quite honestly. I mean, they're battling hard at both ends right now.
And that's a nice exchange between teammates there. I mean, they really work well together, whether it's All-Star Week or the regular season.
You know, really pretty fresh they get to share this stage together tonight. I mean, they both helped each other to get here, and now they're going to keep helping each other.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Here's Booker. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Antetokounmpo against Williamson. Baseline try. Second chance effort. Fox. Great D that time from Adebayo.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Giannis against Williamson. Here's Halliburton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice job by Halliburton, showing you the toughness that time, going right into that defense and drawing the foul.
Halliburton hits them both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Fox is screen on Cunningham. Right side, Fox. On the wing, Williams. Giannis against Williamson. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. Trying to end the drought. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And here's Cunningham. Hasn't made one yet. Thompson sets the pick for Cunningham. 5 on the clock. And another miss by the East.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
No problem backing that one up.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
And here's Cunningham after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. Back to Fox. Fox with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Cunningham kicks to Halliburton. Puts up a deep three. And another miss by the East. And the West All-Stars with possession. Trailing by 2. And it's Fox with the jam.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Booker against Cunningham. Halliburton outside. Adebayo with the screen on Edwards. And it's Halliburton missing. And so here are the West All-Stars to the inside. And it's Fox with the jam.
And how's that for communication between teammates? Terrific pass and even a better finish on the alley-oop.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Mitchell is checked in for Thompson. And West also making a switch. Doncic is checked in for Jalen Williams. Halliburton passes to Mitchell. Cunningham kicks to Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, out of the Kumbo. And another miss by the East.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Mitchell has to Cunningham. Halliburton with it. Defended by Booker. Halliburton passes to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
That is not a simple.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Cunningham, still scoreless. Outside, out of the Kumbo. Halliburton on the wing, defended by Booker. Halliburton kicks to Cunningham. Adebayo with a screen on Doncic. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done.
Yeah, and the number of slams here we're seeing tonight off the chart.
Somebody forgot to tell these guys the dunk contest is on a different night.
Now, here's Cunningham.
Watch him.
Mitchell outside. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they only want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter's feel, but not who you want to leave open.
Booker against Halliburton. Fox passes to Doncic. Wound up there for Fox. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. It's a three-point game. Cunningham kicks to Adebayo. Pass to Halliburton. And stolen by Booker. Here's Edwards. Here's Fox. Second shot opportunity. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Mitchell outside. Now, here's Halliburton. Defended by Booker. Adebayo with the screen for Halliburton. MyCareer with the three-point shot.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
That one falls.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
And that one's good, Mitchell.
And don't give Mitchell too many of those looks. Once he gets in rhythm, it is hard to stop him.
Booker outside. Fox dishes to Doncic. That's to Williamson. Just 5 on the clock. Down low. That's good from Fox on the assist by Williamson. And that's 12 points for James.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They got to offer more resistance here.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Still without a basket.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Halliburton against Booker. Lobbed up there for Fox. Hammers the alley-oop through.
An awesome distributor. Booker's floor awareness and understanding of when to dish it is a real weapon.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 9. Giannis passes to Halliburton. From deep. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Fox has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Williamson kicks to Fox. Halliburton against Booker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
Anytime Devin Booker is sent to the line, it's a win for his offense. It's pretty much automatic, and it's been that way since he entered the league.
Catching up on the changes for the East. During, he's checked in for Adebayo. MyCareer comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Tatum in for Halliburton. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for the West. Now, here's MyCareer.
They've been sensational on the backcourt to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Booker against Cunningham. Close up. Booker, no good. The East trail by 5. Pass to Mitchell. Denied by Fox. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Fox. Ja Morant, he's checked in for the West. There's the lob to Durant. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And Tatum knows how to find his guys in their spots now. A solid passer at his position.
Doncic against Mitchell. Fader on the way. It's a big height bouncing goes in. And the West leads by 5.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Here's Durant. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
To me, one of the things that separates MyCareer from others is his passing.
Morant against Cunningham. And then Morant slams it in.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there, and you can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the West All-Stars up by 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Back with you again in the most
in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
And it's a completely new group for the East All-Stars. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Fox, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Zion Williamson comes in for Chet Holmgren. Williams is checked in for Doncic. And it's Devin Booker in for Ja Morant. On the court for the West All-Stars. Williamson out there with Fox. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Williams. And it's Booker in at the point guard position. Cunningham is checked in for the East. Pass to Adebayo. And it's denied by Fox. The West leading by 15. And it's Fox with the jam.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And attitude plays such a big role in Adebayo's game. This guy is a worker. Doesn't mind getting his hands dirty if it means getting his team ahead.
A pass to Fox. Now Williams. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Williamson. Again, the West All-Star.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Cunningham looking it over. Lock at 6. Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by the West.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Williams for 3. Thompson with the rebound. The East trail by 17. Inside. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
Booker the pass to Williams. Fox the bounce pass. Here's Williamson. Giannis grabs the miss. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the East. Halliburton, no good.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting it. Oh, my goodness! Are you kidding me?
Edwards against Halliburton. Pass to Giannis. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. First trip to the line for him here. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Giannis. 7 seconds left to play in the first half. Edwards from deep three-point territory. And so it's the West All-Stars riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
We've got Asar Thompson. Antetokounmpo is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's Halliburton in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Adebayo with the bucket.
From the extended Adebayo's range, just far enough to keep the D honest.
Booker the pass to Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. Lobbed up there for Fox. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Thompson dishes to Cunningham. Pass to Adebayo. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. A shot by Thompson and no one's around. Oh, good on the triple.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. And it seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Pass to Adebayo. Halliburton for three. Connects from three-point range. Halliburton's got 9 points.
But the Art Halliburton, confident, no fear, no hesitation. He sees a good shot, he's letting it fly.
Williams against Thompson. Now Williamson. Over onto Tacumba. And it's Williamson missing.
Be up on the free, go!
Booker against Halliburton. Misses the step-back jump shot.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. And 11 points for Tyrese Halliburton.
Boy, that little bit of contact, no problem for Halliburton, especially when he's locked in on finishing at the rim.
Here's Edwards. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And he's good on the second.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
Outside, Antetokounmpo fires the three. And it's Fox with the rebound. Fox is for three. Edwards drills the three-pointer. He's got 16.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
Pass to Adebayo. To Cunningham. Cunningham sets a screen for Thompson. Now Halliburton. And it's Adebayo in the corner. Goes back up. And it's straight up and in by Thompson. Thompson's got his second bucket.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Booker with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Williams passes to Fox. Shakes him. And that's 2 points on the layup. Fox has got 26.
And the All-Star MVP award, always such a prestigious honor. And it's becoming clear who that honor is going to be bestowed upon this year.
And with the game he's having, it's hard to envision anybody else winning.
Back to Adebayo. And dropped the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. It's thrown down to Kumbo. To the poop. The shot by Adebayo, no good. The West leading by 16. Floats it up for Williamson. On the wing, Thompson. He's guarded by Williams. And Thompson gets it to go. Thompson's got 8 points.
If you allow him to get that close, he deserves to get scored on.
To the middle. Fox with the jam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
Adebayo with the bucket.
Just playing so strong down low. Adebayo knows you gotta be ready for the fight inside.
Booker the pass to Williamson. On the wing, Williams. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Shoot that.
Down low. And it's Fox with the jam.
Edwards has such good feel. Knows when to get his own or move the ball.
The East trail by 16. Here's Cunningham. He has 7. Takes a 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Adebayo. He's got 10.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Booker against Cunningham. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Edwards against Thompson. pass to Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Thompson. This one for 3. And it's Fox with the rebound. And it's Fox with the ball for the West. They led by as many as 18 points. Inside. And it's Fox slamming it down.
And I don't have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks. And that one certainly qualifies.
Adebayo kicks to Halliburton. And it's denied by Fox. Williamson looking it over. Back to Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
Pass to Adebayo. Here's Cunningham. Takes it inside. And it's denied by Fox. Over Halliburton. And too long on the shot. The East trail by 17. There's the triple. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Booker against Cunningham. From downtown. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Adebayo. Offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo. Edwards against Cunningham. Over Edwards. Cunningham's shot is off. The West leading by 14. Here's Williams. Up again. East grabs the miss. Now Thompson. 8 points for him. Cunningham kicks to Adebayo. Loads it up for Adebayo. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Perfect timing on that alley-oop. Adebayo has a real connection with his teammates.
Fox with it. Halliburton picks him up. Fox dishes to Edwards. Williams passes to Booker. Booker taking the hit.
And you know, defenses try to get physical with Booker, and now he's used to that. He just plays through the contact.
Adebayo kicks to Halliburton. Good ball movement here by the East. Adebayo finds Halliburton. Back to Adebayo. Again, Adebayo missing.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Here's Booker. Rebound by the East All-Stars. Thompson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Giannis passes to Cunningham. Here's Thompson, covered by Williamson. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot from the low post is good. Giannis has got his 2nd bucket of the night. The West leading by 12. Booker the bounce pass. Williamson dishes to Booker. 1:57 left in the 3rd. Edwards no good.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Giannis with it. Now defended by Williamson. Giannis kicks to Halliburton. Back to Antetokounmpo. Adebayo with the screen on Williamson. The lead now cut to single digits. Giannis has got 9.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been...
You know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star. And that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
I like how Tatum had his hands up and ready to go on that catch and shoot. Well done.
On the floor for the West All-Stars, we've got Anthony Edwards. Williamson out there with Williams. And it's Fox. And it's Doncic in at the point guard. Now, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
To the paint. And denied by Fox. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
The shooting's been great, but also, how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Here's Adebayo. And it's Fox with the rebound.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Williamson, the pass to Edwards. Shoots it. The West again, cannot hit.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Adebayo the screen. The deep three from Tatum. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The West leading by 12. Doncic finds Fox. Can't hit from in close. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the East. Pass to Halliburton. And stolen by Williamson. Fox dishes to Morant. Floats it up for Williamson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Sion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Halliburton passes to Mitchell. Outside Tatum. Here's Adebayo. And it's denied by Fox.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
Boy, he is all over that shot. I mean, had it read the whole way, got himself in the position, and then was able to make the play.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Jason Tatum. And it's Thompson and Mitchell. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Williams comes in for Luka Doncic. And it's Booker in for John Morant. And he knocks down the first one. We've seen the league crack down on physical play more and more over time.
You know, I think in general that's a good trend and direction and change. The game was extremely physical and rugged in the early 80s and even into the early mid-90s. Things change, and I think the change is for the better. It's about player safety and protecting players, so I think it's a good thing overall.
Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Here's Adebayo. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
And he just battles hard in the post. Bam doesn't need a clean look to convert from that range.
Edwards against Halliburton. Edwards off a screen from Fox. Takes the three. Fox. Great positioning on the putback. And the West leads by 12.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Halliburton against Edwards. Thompson is doubled. Lets the three fly. And it's Fox with the rebound.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
On the wing, Booker. He's guarded by Adebayo. And Fox with the jam.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does. They just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And every miss finds its way to his hand. What an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
Back to Booker. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point land. Kept alive. Out to Edwards. A three-pointer off the mark.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Adebayo finds Thompson. Thompson is doubled. Back to Adebayo. Over Fox. And another miss by the East.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Pass to Booker. Booker draws the double. Front past the arc. And it's the East with the rebound.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Now here's Thompson. Back to Antetokounmpo. Outside for Halliburton. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Booker the pass to Fox. And he drives in. It's all done by the East All-Stars. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Good ball movement here by the... Oh, Giannis up high and down.
Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever. Covers a ton of ground.
Fox kicks to Edwards. Over Halliburton. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And it's Halliburton missing. The West leading by 12. Booker the pass to Williams. Antetokounmpo against Williamson. Williamson a screen on Adebayo. With 3, Booker. Rebound Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Adebayo with a screen for Halliburton. Pass to Cunningham. Over Booker. Cunningham's shot is up.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Williamson against Halliburton. Williamson kicks to Williams. All alone. That one drops for him. And the West leads by 14.
Hit works well there. Not much resistance from the wing.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Cunningham for 3.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
This is anyone's game tonight.